All right, welcome back to our daily updates here on HTV. We appreciate it. And one of those energy updates, we've been talking with Ms. Deanna LaFont. She's been very good at giving us a lot of information. And Ms. LaFont, thank you so much for joining us again. And you got the floor.
Awesome. So last time I was on a couple of days ago, we had to get cut off when I was talking about some safety things. So I'm going to start there real quick.
Okay.
Guys, the roads are crowded. The roads down in Lafourche are crowded. The roads going down to Terrebonne are crowded. We have utility trucks all over the place. I know that people have to get out and about and that you're trying to take care of your property and there are things that you need to do. Please do not get on the road unless you have to be. We have a limited amount of time in daylight that we can work. And, if our bucket trucks are sitting in traffic, they're not putting lights on. So we're coordinating closely with, state police and, local law enforcement officials and the National Guard to try to get, and contract flagging companies to try to get together a traffic plan. And it's working as much as it can work, but given the geography of this area, it's hard to move around. So if I can implore y'all, please do not be on the roadways unless you have to be. It's really hindering our restoration process.
Right. And not to mention it's dangerous work, which these linemen are doing because we all know this is it's always a crucial time when you're in that business, but now it's especially crucial, right?
Right. So if you are being convoyed, if our bucket trucks are set up, we have 2-lane roads here. If they're set up and you're driving by, slow down, please. Slow down. We've had crews threaten to shut down because people are driving erratically while they're trying to work. So, if you have to be out, please be courteous, please be cautious. If you're driving by a line of trucks that are working, please slow down. We're doing the best we can to move in the limited road space that we have. And if we can't safely set up, then it's very hard for us to get power back on. So that's one of the main things that the community can do for us so that we can help, rebuild. The second thing is I've had some questions about, contractors coming into people's yards and pulling meters off their houses. We do that sometimes when we're trying to isolate against backfeed. So a lot of people are home and there's generators hooked up and sometimes they're not hooked up properly. So if we're working on a section of line, we may be in your neighborhood, our workers will block themselves in with ground and then they'll go down the street and pull all the meters out so that it can isolate against backfeed. When we're done working there, we're going to go back and put your meter in. If for some reason your neighborhood comes up and your house doesn't come up and your meter's still out, just go ahead and call that in to 1-800-Entergy so that we know that your meter got missed. The guys are pretty good at catching them. Every now and then one slips through the cracks, so we just need to make sure that we know about it. So that's really, that question's been coming up a lot too. If your meter's, if your meter's kind of laying out and it's on the side, don't move it, don't pick it up, just leave it where we left it so that we know where it is when we go put it back.
Yeah, and I want to, anybody who's passing by, linemen, if you're going to tell them anything, give them a thumbs up and tell them thank you, because I got to tell you what, a few people said it this morning on this show, there's a lot of heroes after these storms, but where would we be without the energy companies and the line people that are working on these lines? So I agree with you, Deanna, these people are putting themselves out in dangerous situations, and we need to really treat them accordingly with what they've done for us. So thank y'all.
And they've been very, we have people from all over the country that are here working, and, overwhelmingly they're so impressed with our communities, and, people are feeding them, and, people are very nice to them, and, that goes a long way. It's been raining for 2 days, and there's buckets in the air in the rain. They're working in the rain as long as it's safe, as long as the wind's not too high and there's no lightning. Because, they want to, that's what we do. We come in and we help rebuild so we can start to instill a sense of normalcy after something as disastrous happens, as what happens to our communities. So, we're chipping away at it steady. We still have, thousands of people in this region working tirelessly to put the lights on. And you're starting to see them come up in different areas. You know, we're working our way down the bayous, and we're doing our best.
No, you are. We got about 30 seconds left. Are you? How many cups of coffee are you up to a day?
Oh Lord! So probably like 2 cups of coffee and a sugar-free Red Bull, and more peanut M&Ms than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, we appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate the fact that you're readily available and you come give us some good information. And that's what it's all about. Information is king right now. So thank you, Ms. LaFont. We appreciate what you do and keep up the great work.
No problem. I'll talk to you in a couple of days.
All right, thank you. There we have it. Ms. Deanna LaFont, Lockport Network Supervisor for Entergy. And just want to reiterate some of the things she said as we go to the break. If you're backfeeding the system that is so dangerous, especially when that power hits those transformers and it re-energizes everything. So please make sure it's foolproof when these line crews come through. You know, unplug from your dryer plugs if you've reversed electrified your house. You know, and just make it safe, you know, and if a few people are hearing this that have that and you undo it, we're saving lives. And I know they're checking and trying to get ahead of that, but you never know. These linemen get tired too, and you know, there may be a lapse for one moment that could cost a life. So let's do that and get that right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.